but they are still mired.
Oh, got a spinner. Austin Hill, the 82. It looks like he got hit from behind.
Just hang on here.
And they keep crashing.
Did the left rear tire come apart? Watch Chris Fontaine. Look at that job. He was able just to slip by. That's using your brain, being calm, just steering through a wreck. Great job, Chris. Peters when all this went down. Oh, wow. They let off.
Wow. That's Justin Boston, the 54 truck for KBM. Turned to the right, the brakes locked up, and that truck was going left anyway.
Oh. Right on the back straightaway, you're right, Mike. What happened to Ben Kennedy?
Well, Ben Kennedy looked like he had a tire down or something broken. Michael, and everybody piled in.
James Busher, the 31, also involved in this incident. Ray Black Jr., the 07, maybe not a whole lot of damage. Ryan Ellis, the 28, gets caught by Daniel.
What happened? Kennedy was slow up top, but that didn't really seem to have anything to do with the beginning of that crash.
Right at the bottom, right around where just an accordion-like wreck as the trucks behind can't slow down in time.
So many of these trucks with absolutely nowhere to go. Matt Tiff does a nice job going through the grass.
And in turn one, Norm Benning inexplicably took a right turn, sending speed.
That's exactly what happened, Phil. When the 15 got up under him, got beside him like that, or pushed that air onto the left rear corner panel, it just pushed. Take a look. Cody Ware right there behind him. Looks like he might have had a little help right there.
Might have. Mason does a nice job again keeping that truck from backing up the hill into the outside safer barrier. To pit road, there's a caution. You see the 33.
Live in Martinsville on Fox Sports 1.
Down here, you see the 75. Looked like Timothy Peters got into him. He was racing side by side with.
Great in the late going at Martinsville. Matt Crafton on top. Three-way battle for the lead. Less than 5 to go.
Yep. He runs in the back of Matt Crafton. That knocks him.
Matt Crafton knew what he was going to do when he caught Cole Custer, and that was put the bumper to him.
Cole Custer being scored in the 15th position. But what a day for the 17-year-old, not afraid to race with our.
The truck just broke loose with him when he drove to the bottom. That's a quick snap there, too. You usually see him wiggle a little bit more than that.
The very back of the pack, they're running in the middle of the racetrack, just a little bit too free. All the talk.
But the communication, spin off turn 4. Caution's out, Adam.
It's the 08. Corbin Forrester did such a good job in qualifying.
Maybe. Yes. Phil, you called it. That was a right.
A career best finish last week for Mason Mingus. Not going to end good tonight. There you see the hit.
Contact there. Mason actually got turned around by that other white truck.
Tires. Still got to do that again.
On Brandon, keep it off the wall. Oh boy! Watch out now, these banks are self-cleaning.
Here. Well, hard to tell from that angle if there was contact, but
Either a little.
Crafton sits right there, and we've got two together. Jesse Little in the 97 involved, and we got more contact. Deeper in the field, Townley involved.
He's on the inside. Looks like did he push up a little bit and got into Mason Mingus and then squeezes him into the outside wall?
I think a little bit of both, Phil. I think he pushed up into him.
Once again here, as Jesse Little gets into the 15, and they both hit the wall.
See, take another look at it. It looked like Mason Mingus was on the outside. Jesse Little looked like Todd. He may have pushed up a little bit, had to chase his truck up the hill just a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, Phil. I think, he saw Mason slide up in the middle of the corner, and he wanted to take advantage of it. So he tried to drive down there, and Mason came down. At the same time, Jesse was pushing. Then he got air loose, sucked around, and there you go, both in the wall.
Outside. Hang on door. Hang on door here.
They were really close.
Mason had pushed up the hill, and Jesse was trying to go for the spot. You can't fault the kid for.
They're behind him.
Just a little bit of a wiggle, and you just run out of room at this racetrack.
No, it looks like he pushed up into him. But there again, he pushed. You got to know enough to roll out of the throttle and wait for the next lap.
We talked about being in trouble off the corner. It really happens into the center of the corner. That's a perfect case of that. Is when he gets down here to the just a little bit loose. I don't see that left rear tire deflated. Do you, Todd?
No, I don't think that's what happened. It looked. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
and right front
tire deflates. Nothing he can do about it. Just a.
Problems for Daniel Hemrick with 7 laps to go.
Oh, he's going to spin out.
And we're going to get another caution.
Hold the
Sixth
brakes,
of the
hold the
night.
brakes.
Be a game changer later on.
There's Spencer Gallagher around. That's Ray Black Jr. The 07 does an amazing job.
Going to go down, or we figured it would, and it did.
10 finishers. Here we go. They've already made some contact. You see Mason Mingus getting to the outside wall, and then the fifth. Look, top of your screen here. They've already made contact. Mason Mingus already in the outside wall. Then Justin Boston. A little eco boost. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. That's kind of
Cameron Haley, just like the situation we saw earlier.
Got up on the rumble strips there.
Well, Cameron Haley did not know that he was in there. You know, that's one of those things.
Right against that one truck. We see the trucks on the inside all the time. When they're that close, lose the air off that rear spoiler, and around he goes.
Yeah, that was, you know, he was upset with the one truck, and it wasn't that guy's fault.
He had some help.
It's into Crafton, and Reddick is going to pull away.
To use a little bit of racetrack to catch it, and Matt was right there. Matt didn't crowd him, just as the contact again right there.
And Custer and Sauter come through this. Sauter now up to remember John.
See Matt Crafton going underneath him. It looks like when we first saw it, the 23 was.
There's a replay, and looked like the 07 Ray Black Jr. was very close to him. I can't say that he was in.
Got loose.
Yep.
Really did a nice job of not taking his teammate.
Yeah, he probably something broke
Yeah.
a flat tire. Yeah. But now Timothy Peter.
Oh, trouble! John Hunter Nemechek.
Looked like across the race.
There it is. You see John Hunter didn't quite have the set against the outside wall. Caleb Holman was there. They made contact, and a lot of damage to that 8 truck of John Hunter, and some pretty. Right there, you see the 2 trucks. They were actually racing for the free pass. Caleb Holman, the 75, was in position. Daniel Hemrick, the 14, was going to try to get by him to get in position for that free pass. They made contact, and that's the resulting damage to the
8. He's in 4th. Hunter 3rd, and there goes Bell into the wall. Christopher.
He was inside the top 10, Phil, and like you said, he was thinking, I'm going to give me some position.
The wall. Oh, and there's the caution. Gallagher pounds the wall this time with the 23.
Into John West Townley and turns himself sideways. There had to be contact from where he was spinning. And watch this thing turn left,
and
right, excuse me.
And I'm sure to Spencer, it felt like it picked up speed as it got to the outside wall there.
By the way, if you're looking for that contact.
See, he's racing on the inside of David Gillen. They make a little bit of contact. You see John West Townley was on the outside. He's going to run right into the side of him, kind of lift that truck up a little bit. Got into the catch fence. For the 2nd week in a row, we've had a vehicle in the catch fence. But again, the catch fence did its job. It kept that truck down on the racetrack, and you see it riding along the top of the safer barrier.
When they got to turn 1, Phil, I think they were 3 wide, and Ben probably thought that's a difficult angle for the spotters to see as well. And I think that Ben probably thought, wow, look how close that truck comes to going over. Probably thought they were just too wide, and he had room to move up a little bit for the corner.
That's what it looked like.
That was incredible how that truck just.
Let's take a look at it again.
You could see that it was Gillen,
John West Townley in the
John
yellow
West,
truck.
and I think John Gillen was just below John West, and maybe been.
Man, look at that shot.
Right so much. See him down in the bottom. Oh, look, there was some contact there. It looked like Spencer Gallagher got into the 15 of Chad Boat. That's what started that.
Yep.
Wow.
Just to that truck.
Erickson was coming to pit road, and that's just a bad break. Watch Travis Koppel. There goes Koppel around, and then everybody trying to slow down behind him.
But 4 and 5 wide here may have something to do with this spin right here. Probably going to be some contact. Looked like Chad Boat, the 15 truck, got into that left rear.
So much heart, so much desire from those front 2 trucks.
Timothy did a slide job on John Hunter Nemechek and just overcooked it a little bit into the corner.
And he does it at the Mud Summer Classic at Eldora.
Right with him at least. Last time by, the fastest truck on the track.
Oh, trouble.
That's Chavis.
He's already loose there completely by himself. Does a nice job getting the thing going forward, but unfortunately it hooks, and around he goes into the outside wall.
Like
Ray Black Jr. just trying to avoid him, I think, got sideways.
Look how far those trucks slide. That tells you how fast they're going. That's actually the corner, and he had the brakes locked down.
Eric Jones going around. Caution is out. 4 wide just didn't work there. 14 tiffed in the 54. Mason Mingus and John West Townley getting together.
Hold the gas, hold the gas.
And a yellow again, a caution waves.
All right, get it rolling.
Oh, Matt Crafton into the wall.
Our series points lead.
Times.
Yeah, that's a little bit late. That's after Harvick jumped down there and made it 3 wide. Brad Keselowski with absolutely nowhere to go on the outside.
A
Busch,
outside.
Vince.
Kyle Busch around the outside in the gray, and we've got a spinner. It's the 07 of Ray Black Jr., and I think Mason Mingus might have.
Look at him. He dives to the bottom.
It's so inviting down there. He's got a whole lane down there. He knows he can go faster. Unfortunately, just lost that downforce. Caught Ben Kennedy up against the outside wall. Look at bottom of your screen. The 54 gets a little bit loose, chases it up the hill, gets by Cameron Haley. Spencer Gallagher does an awesome job getting by. Tyler Young going around the outside. Ben Kennedy tried to go the same route. Unfortunately, Cody Coughlin came up the racetrack right in front of Ben Kennedy.
We talk all the time about how difficult it is to run that bottom without getting loose, and that was a great example of it. Watch Crafton. I'm going to win a championship. Oh, no, I'm not.
That reminds me of the synchronized spinning we had with Johnny Sauter and Ron Hornaday at Kansas a few years ago.
Did you see those back tires? He had them lit up trying to keep that thing out of that wall.
If Crafton.
You can see Haley's trying to get to the outside.
Watch the back of this truck when he gets air underneath it.
Remember, this is already the backup truck for the 23. They had to go to the backup in practice.
Speaking of the backup,
Wow.
back of that truck up in the air.
You see the roof flap bouncing, but not coming up like it's supposed to.
Haley on the outside. Oh, just gave Spencer Gallagher
Whoa,
a shot in the back end.
You know who this is good for? Tyler Reddick, who was in jeopardy. See the reason the yellow flag came out.
Yeah, I watched those guys. Watch Tyler Reddick there. You see the third goes down in turn number 1. You see him wrecking out in front of him.
Wow, that is. Here's a look at what brought out the caution. Ray Black Jr., red, white, and blue 07 spins.
Just keep an eye out for the 75 of Caleb Holman. He goes to the outside. He actually makes it's going to go awry right here.
He just anticipated the 07 truck was going to slide down the track. That's the way Black.
You see, that's the blue and yellow truck. See Cole's right up against the outside wall. He just turns around right in front of him. And Caleb Holman said it best. Once you drive it,
Which is your first instinct, the less it's going to turn. This truck just slides those front tires, and you can see he had no chance of missing that. At Bristol, every now and then.
these guys were battling for position. They made a little bit of contact. Ty Dillon and Ben Kennedy tying the 31 truck.
They were racing along in the 11th spot. Ben just
With the pavement right here, you can see just one little bit off of the pavement, and a spin, a couple spins, in fact. Matt Tiff's.
It can be if you get off course here. This is Jennifer Jo Cobb into the tire. Only.
Yeah, John West gets a little bit loose getting in the corner there. Pretty hard with a tire barrier for him as well.
Robert Mitten into the tire barrier at the exit of turn.
Turned down inside here. Yeah, there he is. Just runs off the racetrack.
Wow.
Makes pretty good contact.
You think that was a flat tire?
Looked like a right front tire maybe had gone down.
You can see he just swings around that corner, and the truck never
turns. He was following the 14 of Daniel Hemrick.
Through one, leaning on each other, and 2 and around goes Custer. Contact right there.
Both of those trucks into the tire barrier. That right front tire goes down. Hard contact into. As he gets down into turn number 3, right front tire is down already on that truck. You can see some damage where I think he made contact. He may have been the truck you saw, Michael, that hit the wall off for turn number 2.
See if we can get a good look at it on this
by here. Inside the O2.
Yeah, Cole.
Up in turn 4.
Oh, and there goes Terrio hard into the wall. And that's Reddick in the 19 that had the problem that kicked it all off with Terrio as he comes.
Oh, that's so scary.
Just coming through the tri-oval here, and
that shows you how hard the tri-oval is. I mean, he was all by himself. He tried to cut to the bottom, and the truck got away from him.
Yeah, the cars and trucks get so light through that tri-oval. You just have to, right now, would put him in line for a couple of bonus points, and here's the reason we're under caution.
Just in the pack, and he tried to drive to the bottom. It's a whole lot like what we saw John Hunter. Looks like try to turn the truck down, and they just get loose when you do that, especially on the flat of the front straightaway or into the tri-oval, and then hard impact into the safe. He's got Sauter on his outside. Must have not known Sauter would. Oh, Barrett just tried to change lanes, and it was Crafton who was a victim.
.54 posted, pass through, penalty pushing, and here's the big one down the back straightaway at Talladega.
Matt Crafton in it.
and he just knew it had to happen at some point. It was just too tight. There was too much pushing and shoving, and finally it all just broke.
Oh, it looked like that. The Johnny Sauter truck, I think, was in the middle, and someone didn't know he was there.
Yeah, it was a 51 truck, Mike. It looked like he was on the top 3 wide there and started to come down over the cross of over the front of Johnny Sauter's nose, and that's really what triggered.
Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Reckon. Stay straight, stay straight.
He just missed getting through there.
Yellow's out.
All right, I like what Crafton did.
They're so much quicker than the inside, and now Peters goes on defense.
Problems. Gallagher out of shape. Into John West Townley. Peters stays out front. No caution yet.
Those trucks are...
Bump. That push, just bump. Get off and bump. It's got to bump. Let off. Bump. There you go. Keep coming. All right, I see what you got.
I don't think that was anything John West did wrong.
No, I
6th position, and there goes Peters around.
Right in front of Matt Crafton.
The group behind him. Timothy just goes around on the outside.
He just went in there dead even with Eric Jones. And what a job by Matt Crafton to avoid Timothy.
Down the pit lane. We'll tell you what happened on pit road in a moment. First, the reason we're under caution.
Just on the outside.
This up on the outside, and a couple of them tried to crowd in underneath of her and spins Page around.
Really hurt Greg Galding, who was running 10th.
Well, he had to pit, and I think it's an inch. Now he's climbed to the front.
Started 29th at lap 11, and there goes Daniel Suarez. And now off the pace after restarting inside the top 10. Contact there with a 5, and around goes Peters for the 2nd time.
Wow. And that shows you how fast you go in that corner when you don't have...
Cut one of your tires. I think that's what happened to Townley.
Yeah. Tire was already gone before that truck completely turned around. Very much involved in a little contact. Timothy Peters around again.
Dalton Sargent got him going in.
Afraid to stick it in, and now we're going to have...
Not what you want here.
Just got away from him a little bit, just trying to carry too much speed on exit.
That late pit stop for Jones proving to be big.
There's a lot of ground.
There goes Reddick to the inside. Caution is out once again as they wreck behind him. Was it good, though, for Nemechek? Because if he's scored 3rd when the caution came out, that would put him on that all-in. Cindric pulled out in line. Little contact there. Caleb Holman drives it in. Cindric saves it somehow off the corner. But this is not going to work. 12th caution of the day. Multiple trucks involved.
Problems here. Every pit road and going over 0.
Yeah, I think pretty significant damage to him, too. See the big contact into the right side, and then he clips Byron. I think William just felt like he had the
He got a little bit of help.
It's like the 94 of Timmy Hill got into the back of Corbin, turning around right at the start-finish line. Corbin did a nice job keeping that truck out of the outside. Well, he may have just touched it right there, but just barely. Got a spin.
Yes, we do, and we're going to pile them in, including Rico Abreu in the 31.
Happened to start this. Ooh, the 15 of Mason Mingus looked like he locked his brakes up. Got into the 5 of Dalton Sargent, and Rico been kicked.
Oh, problems! We've got the 63 up into the wall. These are the first laps as we watch Pardo losing it here again. These are the first laps Crafton's ever led.
They're together!
Oh, they're together! And there goes Sauter! Oh, man! Huge implication.
Up the hill, Jones had to make the corner. And then he slides down and takes out his teammate as well.
You know, Eric Jones made a little more severe contact with the outside wall than I initially thought. Looks like he contact. Look at down there. Look at the 15 of Mason Mingles was down there with his left sides on the white line, and Brandon Jones was right there, and they made contact.
From Dexter Stacy, and there just wasn't room, Phil, and around he goes.
He just realized the one was there, and he wasn't going to be clear, and he eventually had to turn that truck to the left, and when he did, he lost the back end. Watch John Hunter go by on the outside, right back into the lead.
And I'm telling you, John Hunter couldn't see anything. That smoke had him blinded, and he was just hoping that Suarez would clear right there.
I don't know what dance you
make that determination.
Brandon Jones running up against the wall, just got a little bit loose. He may have had a right rear tire go down, but again, the aerodynamics of that truck. See him down on the inside, going to do the slide job on John West. I just think he overshot it. I just think as he got down in the center of the corner, let that